Question. So actually,
Okay.
Yeah, so. All right. So, ask the question.
Yeah.
No, sorry, ask the question.
So my question is, you said you were lonely, ugly kid when you were young, and now when I see you, you are so full of energy and love and passion and also confidence. So I was wondering, how did you get to where you are right now from where you were before?
So one of the things I tell people is it helps if you are a crazy, ugly little kid. I had a broken nose, I had braces, I had frizzy hair, I was overweight, and then when I was 14, my dad stuck his hand in a printing press and spent 3 years in the hospital. And so my entire high school, not only did I not go to a single football, baseball, or any kind of game, I went to the hospital every day, had 15 different operations. And I had a vision that, I was talk about weirdly lonely. I was very smart and very ugly and it's not a joke. Like my daughter
I cannot
talks about,
imagine you were ugly.
I have pictures, sadly, to show you this.
Okay.
And I was also chunky. And I show, and my daughter talked about sleepovers. I never had a sleepover, I don't have enough. Something miraculous happened. I had a belief in my heart. My parents loved me very much, and I loved them. And even though I was this weird little lonely kid, I spent a lot of time watching TV and watching movies, and I saw that other people lived different ways.
Yes.
I traveled in my mind all around the world. I saw beautiful gowns. I loved the Oscars, but I wasn't any of them.
Yes.
So one day when my dad was in the hospital, his doctor actually said, we can fix your nose. And he gave me a free nose job. That sounds weird. And then my mom said, I know you're really smart, you're skipping a year of school, congratulations. We have no money for college, and I don't know what to do. So we're driving in the car one day, and my dad's hands all bandaged. We're going to the mall, and she said to me, there is a pageant happening. You should go and apply. And I'm like, Mom. And she said, no, don't worry, it's not a beauty pageant. It was the Miss Teenage America pageant.
Okay.
And it was a talent and a personality. And my mom said, you have those things. And you know what's weird? I didn't think about pretty or not pretty. I remember the moment I walked in a room of 350 girls and they had to take a written test to start this thing. And I stood there and I said, you know what? One of these girls is going to get to go to Oklahoma and be on TV with Bob Hope. And it's just going to be me. And you know why? Because I didn't want, and today's my dad's birthday actually.
Oh, great.
Because,
Go ahead.
because I didn't want to let him down.
Go ahead.
And I thought he had this belief in me. Here's how dorky I am. When I was 8 years old in 4th grade, we had to build this thing called the Thinker Blinker. Like we read a short story about a kid who got into a box, like typed out these answers, and like he made 10 cents each time. I showed my dad that we had to build one, right? Everyone else is building cardboard boxes. My father's a major geek, inventor, magician guy. And so he said, look, if you have these 2 little solenoids and you walk up to it, it will turn itself on. And we have this little strip of silicone with 3 magnetic relays. You put a magnet in your ring and you can make it go yes, no, or maybe. I'm 8 years old, standing in front of a class with a schematic explaining how I created this. So I started to live in my head. And I had this dream world that wasn't real, and it was okay. The other side of this is my mom is 260 pounds. And I'm chunky, and I want to dance, and everyone makes fun of my weight. And I'm like, you know what? I just would rather disappear. And here's one of the things that changed everything. My senior year in high school, I'm going to go be a lawyer. Even though in my heart, I'm like, I just would love to be an actress. I tried out for every single play in high school, and I always got the 3rd chorus person from the left. Every time. But I could have been Anne Frank, and I could have been starring in Brigadoon, and I never did. Senior year of college, I'm off being a lawyer, right? And by the way, here's geeky. I graduated with 2 degrees in 3 years. No social life, not at all. That's how you do it. No sex, I learned that. That's how you get through school fast. But it wasn't even an option. It was not in my thinking. And senior year, I auditioned for As You Like It. It's a Shakespearean play. I don't even know how to do Shakespeare. I auditioned, and I'm looking at the list, and I'm not even 3rd talent person from the left. What? And I start looking, and there is my name at the top as Rosalind. She's 2.5 hours. She's the entire play, and I'm like, no. Somebody's made a mistake here. And I went to my drama teacher and I said, okay, help me understand this. I'm about ready to go be a lawyer and you give me this? Why would you do that? And he said to me, he said, you're one of the most amazing, he just told me all these things about me that I'd never heard. Crazy thing about Professor David Richmond, he was 100% legally blind. The first person who saw me didn't see any of this.
Hard.
And I said, you know what? how about I just believe you? How about I go off to New York City and say, I'm just going to be an actress. I don't know, I just trusted what he said because no one had ever done that before. And I moved to New York City on my own, and I got the lead in my first movie called Splatter University, which you can look up. And I'm still a little chunky, and I'm kind of dorky, and I'm on Broadway, and they made me go to Overeaters Anonymous. And by the way, the abuse didn't stop. I didn't stop thinking that I was kind of ugly and heavy, and that everybody was better than me. And this plagued me for almost 20 years. And it was stupid. You know what? I think I woke up one day when first of all, I didn't get on Flight United 93. Number one, when you survive something like that, I got rerouted the night before. I just lost both my parents. At some point, you're like, okay, this is interesting, right? And I got pregnant. I said to my husband, I don't want to be here if I'm not gonna, I just need a baby. And then God does some really crazy things, and you're gonna love this because it ties into today. The crazy, because today is December 7th, 2016. I arbitrarily rolled the dice and said, you know what, I literally had 6 weeks, and they said, well, that's how you get your injections. I'm on the table, and the doctor says, you're not only pregnant, you're very pregnant. Like, he says, you're gonna have twins. I'm like, I called my sister, and I said, help me remember this. I'm a twin, right? Because mommy has no sisters or brothers. I was a twin. Our mom was in a car accident when she was 5 months pregnant. The twin died. I survived 4 pounds, was in incubator for 3 months. That's right. My sister's like, yeah, why? I'm like, just because you know how you like wish you'd ask your mom and dad stuff?
Yeah.
Well, they're not here anymore, so that's the story I remember. The doctor says, your babies, your twins, are conceived on March 20th. How crazy. That's my mother's birthday, the first year that she's not here.
Wow.
And then the doctor says something that you just don't even find in a Miracle magazine. Your babies are due on December 7th, which is today. That's my father's birthday. How do you get a boy-girl twin born like that? You know what that was for me? That was God going, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You are blessed. You're supposed to be here. They're supposed to be here. Enjoy this and make your life matter a little bit more than you have. Get this. I push out my 2 beautiful babies, which at 42 years of age is really hard to do when they each weigh 7 pounds. I had a huge stomach and they were super healthy. That's crazy. 9 weeks later, I'm on television with Jack LaLanne. I meet the world's greatest fitness hero. He walks up to me, I got a little bit of a belly, and we did a Jack LaLanne juicer infomercial. And he was 88 years old. He had more energy than anyone I'd ever seen. And I swear to God, it was like God just said, this is what you're gonna do with the rest of your life. You're gonna be an advocate for him. He's got no grandchildren. And you're gonna take this message. We sold $1 billion worth of juicers around the world in 8 countries. And yesterday, here in Phoenix, Bob comes up to me. Bob's in his 60s. And out of the blue says, Forbes, you did the juicer. I need to share with you that you saved my dad's life. Yesterday, right here, somebody says that in the restaurant. He said, I watched the infomercial. I bought my dad a juicer. He was diagnosed with terminal cancer in the 90s. We juiced every day. He's been juicing every day. He's a World War II vet. He's 91 today, and he's alive because of you and Jack LaLanne. Does God have a way of doing this? And so here's what happened.
What you do? Oh, yeah.
Here's what happened. One, I decided it was important to live for my kids.
Hug me.
I don't want to live small anymore. And I said, if you couldn't fail, what would you do? Somebody said to me that the greatest hell on earth is meeting the you that you could have been. And damn it, what's the very best version of me I can be? Somebody who is this open, this amazing. And then I ended up in the hospital 2 times, came really close to dying, and something miraculous happened. I look at people now, and I see their energy, I see their pain. I don't know what it is. And believe, baby, if you asked me to when we did this, not only like Paolo yesterday, who's a 26-year-old who's crying in the restaurant, I can do that if you wanted to. I've been doing it everywhere. It's the most amazing thing because I look at you and I go, wow, as beautiful as you are, you also don't believe it. Now watch your face. That's right. How did she say that? Who has the nerve to say that to a beautiful woman?
That's what you have in here, but that's what it matters in life.
Yes, I kind of know that, but you are this too, but somebody said that it's not okay. Have you been married?
Yes.
And divorced?
No.
No? You still loves her?
They're dead.
They're dead?
They're dead.
Oh, they're dead.
Dead.
Your husband is dead?
Yeah.
What did he die from?
Really?
Did you kill him? She seems this is taking a whole new twist now.
Don't show that. Don't show that.
No. Okay, we will not do this on camera. But here's what just happened. She's like, we need to talk off camera. So something shifted. I stopped becoming, and I'm still this every other day. I stopped becoming my worst enemy. I woke up one day and said, why am I doing this? And I will tell you why. It's because we let some 4-year-old drive our bus. My 4-year-old was a little hurt. She found her grandmother dead. She watched her mom be very unhappy and lonely. And she took on that pain because she was 4 years old. She's fought a lot, but I'm not her anymore. My parents aren't here. This is amazing. And if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do?
Yeah.
You talk to strangers. You spin. I don't know what you do. You just go. What is a lack of confidence but a waste of time? People caught up in their own bullshit story. Your story's not here. You're going to want to tell me your story. I know you are. I don't care. I don't care what your story is. What do you want? And here's another crazy thing. I asked somebody what they want. Ronnie, watch this. What do you want?
I want to get out of my introverted self and be more.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. No.
I just started learning.
She just said, I want to get out of my. So when are you going to do that?
I'm starting today.
No, you're not starting.
Now.
Okay, they want to see this. So here's the thing. But do you hear that? The hesitation? When are you going to stop being introverted?
Right now.
Right now. So what does that mean? Do me 5? Do a little wiggle? A little shake? Okay, what else do you want? 5 things. What do you want?
A better life for my son.
A better life for your son.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the life he has? Be careful. No, but listen to this. I want a better life. What is a better life? He's breathing without a breathing tube?
Well, he's been in the hospital every year for his asthma.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. So
Yeah.
I want to help. It helps if you're more specific. Wanting a better life is a relative term. I want my son, listen to this, to live a healthy, fulfilled life.
Yes.
Get really specific.
Yeah,
God doesn't do generalities very well.
right.
So what do you want for your son?
To be healthy and be able to live where he does not have to go to a hospital every year and have to be on medication.
Okay, what else do you want? Number 2.
That's big
Ron,
thing.
seriously,
Yeah.
we got to number 2 and this is all you want? This is, no, bullshit. What do you want? Want more. Want more.
Communicate with your heart.
Want.
Yeah,
What do you want?
yeah. I mean, be able to actually help other people get out of their introverted self too.
What do you want?
To help others.
What do you want?
Why do you want to do it?
No, listen.
love that.
Don't help her.
I
Just
love
let me come here. What do you want? I'm only up to
You
number
need to
4.
talk.
I know.
What do you want?
I don't know.
Don't ever say I don't know to me. Are you married?
Yes.
What do you want? Number 4.
Actually, to have a better communication with my husband.
Really, that was so hard to find, by the way. So that's not working very well. What's the next
Right.
thing? What do you want? So here's the problem,
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
No one really ever asked you what you wanted.
Never.
That's what's going
That's
on.
it.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
How about you deserve?
Yeah.
You want respect. You want love. You want. These are things that you just get to want.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
But this is,
I know.
No one ever asked you, and you get to want. That's what I want for you. I want you to go. Wait a second. I get to want everything.
Right. Right.
You wanted nothing. What are you going to get then? And then what do you complain about? What you don't have because you haven't want something.
Right.
Want to be a rock? I mean, and that's kind of crazy. When you can't. If you don't begin with the end in mind, you don't get it.
Right.
You're like, I'm standing in New York going, I want to get to LA, but I don't have any idea what to do. Maybe I don't want to go to LA. I don't know where I want to go. Where do I? And then you don't ever leave the starting point.
Right.
So all you have to do right now, your assignment for me and everybody watching here, is to want 5 things today. Want something. And write them down and see me later. Okay. Want something. You know what I want? I want to kiss strangers. I want to have somebody tell me every day that I inspired them. I want to be told that I'm amazing. I want my daughter to be a rock star. I want to smile. I don't want to help everybody. I can't hardly help myself.
Yeah.
I want to at the time, right?
Right.
I want Joy to dance with me. I want Joy to have a coffee plantation. But now you want something. You get to want. So, and yeah, that's a long way to say, gee, about how did I get to be this way?
Yeah.
I just decided the old way wasn't working for me,
Uh-huh. Okay, cool.
right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you want
Thank
something, you
so
get this
much.
love from people. And thank you guys for letting me do that. Because
Yeah.
I'm working on my one-woman show. That was the roast.
I love it. I love